Hello and welcome to Kedrick Builds. Hopefully you're doing well this fine day. We are going to be busy. It's what, Tuesday? We've got a lot of stuff on the list today that I want to get knocked out. I've done a little bit of work off camera last night. I was putzing around and thought that I would do some of the boring base building type stuff, and then I just kind of kept going. So we'll take a look at that here in just a moment. I'm trying to get some ammo for my rifle here in case we run into any creatures and stuff. And the big thing that we've sort of been working on in the base was tearing down some of the infrastructure that we're not using anymore. And that led me to setting up a small train depot here at the old base. So you'll notice there's no drone ports here anymore. We tore that all down since we've got drone ports back at the base. You know, I suppose the blueprint designer can go now too. And I've started removing parts of the factory infrastructure here since we're not building quick wire and stuff here anymore. And what happens is when the train's coming back the other way here, it stops by and picks up some Caterium ore, and then it continues on to the station we've already got set up, which is doing our iron, copper, and limestone. So that's been working pretty well for us. And with the Caterium back in the base, that lets me start building some of the factories and things that we've got set up here. We're now working on setting up back over here at the factory proper. So today's goal is going to be to continue setting that all up. Now I have Caterium coming into the base. I'm not sure I've set up enough of it. I'm not sure that we've got enough ore coming in. We might have to go find some more Caterium nodes, so I left it on my list. But today's goal is to continue moving forward and see if we can knock off these last two Tier 8 technologies, and then start setting up the Phase 4 production. I don't think we'll get through all 4 of them today. I don't know. But I'd like to at least get a couple of them up and running. And the other thing that I did off camera here a bit, I need to start working on my walls. I should set up some time to do some aesthetics in the next after hours session. But the other thing that I did is I set up behind these two constructions, I set up where's it at? I set something up here. It was cool. I set up AI limiters here, and that's using the quick wire that I mentioned. And the quick wire is now getting created down here. We added some lines past the iron setup. So I have the Caterium ore come up here, and I just set up enough of these smelters to handle a full belt, but we're not using all of them right now. And then all of the ingots are coming out here and getting turned into quick wire, and the quick wire seems to be more or less keeping up with the rest of the factory. And up on top then, I set up our first couple of manufacturers. So we've got the heavy modular frames going that we set up the last time, but now I have crystal oscillators, which is actually a new production for me that I haven't had up and running in a little while. And so this is slow. We're 1.875 on each of these per minute, but you can see I finally stockpiled my inventory, and we're starting to build up a backlog here, which should support our immediate needs for manufacturing. Now, last time we ended the episode right after we set up this fused modular frame. So I'm going to have to come all the way over here. And I know we've got fused modular frames. In fact, we don't even need to go down there because I got 150 in my inventory. So I'm going to pull 50 out, and we're going to head over to the hub here. And we're going to see if we can knock out at least this technology research that we've got here. Milestone, that's the word I'm looking for. And then I'll talk about what this is here in a second. How you doing, Bionic? Good to see ya.
The Miner Mark III provides top-of-the-line resource extraction potential, making it even easier to contribute to project assembly. Project part number 8, the thermal propulsion rocket, is the most complex project part of this phase as it requires turbo motors, and thus requires your best. Fix it. Didn't think pioneers such as you could get this far. I am glad we have both proven them wrong.
So, we had the aluminum scrap here, and then I decided that we, instead of training in the quartz, that we already had it over here, and so I just belted it over. And that seems to be, working really well. Falling off, not so much. And then I did a couple other quick things over here. I just wanted to check on one thing, make sure that I finished tearing this down. We tore down everything in this middle area, and I've upgraded these buildings. You can see they're not running. Oh, these are running at max efficiency, working through the backlog. These guys here are also burning through stuff. This is supposed to be using 200 bauxite per minute, but we're only mining 300, so I don't actually know why this belt is backlogged, and we're not going through more and running into a deficiency in bauxite. So I'm kind of trying to figure that out. This sits idle because I'm not using up the aluminum solution fast enough. That's what's going on. Alright, so 240 and 240. Do I not have... That looks like a tier 2 belt. This is a tier 1 belt. 240. Oh, these use up 240. Maybe if we just get rid of this thing that connects them, this will work out a little bit better. So now this one's going straight in, and this one's going straight in. Yeah, flow mechanics messing us up here. So each one of these is capable of feeding a full one-to-one setup here, which is really simple to set up. And what we're going to do, now that we've unlocked that technology, is I can actually run more of these refineries because I can feed more bauxite over here, because I think we can upgrade to tier 3 miners now. Look at that. We need these turbo motors and stuff, though. We've got some in our inventory that we've picked up around the map, and so we're gonna have to sort that out. But I'm not too worried about it now. I think with the flow problems hopefully resolved here now, we're not backed up anymore, that this whole system will work through everything it needs. 360, that's 720. Doesn't seem to be backing up here. I'm just nervous because this is really full now that I fixed some of those things earlier, and I expect that I should be using this aluminum scrap up a little bit faster. So let's go check on it. This is what's blocking me right now. I bet you this is completely full. Okay, left in, left out. Let's set up one more line of smelters. We're bringing in way more scrap than we have room for. Just make sure that's all lined up. This connects to that. Just paste in a few settings. We should be good to go. Oh, I've really got to upgrade these blueprints. I mean, technically it's not a problem that these belts are slow. I just know that when we have factory problems and things back up for whatever reason, we even choose to back some things up sometimes, that I'd like them to just fly on out of the back there. Alright, folks, I think that is going to solve our aluminum crisis. hopefully we see this line back up now and we start to get a few more bars in here. And now we just need to get the milestones going for this particle enrichment. And that's going to be turbo motors and some other things here. Let's head on up here and look at the recipes for, it's the turbo motors and then the, I don't even know what the other thing is, but turbo motors is first up on my list. Oh, we need the other thing to get to turbo motors. Okay, well, that's cooling systems. So let's look at cooling systems first. I think this is going to be a blender recipe. Yeah. I'm going to need either rubber, water, nitrogen gas, or I can skip water altogether and do motors. Now, I had a motor production set up in the other base that was running, but now I have this alternate recipe, which is heat sinks. So I'm going to need heat sinks and motors. Heat sinks is just aluminum and copper sheets. I can build that easy enough. Motors is rotors and stators. Or rotors and stators and crystal oscillators. I don't feel like I want to waste crystal oscillators on that, although it's probably a really good recipe. I'm just looking at my factory planner here real quick to see if I had anything on here for turbo motors. Bum, 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 bum. I've done a little bit of planning ahead for things that I know I was going to need in the base, and it appears that at some point I've missed out on my turbo motors, and I was making sure which recipe it thought that I should use, and I'm not seeing it, so I must have completely skipped out on turbo motors. Want to go to turbo motors again. Oh, I don't have any of the extra recipes for turbo motors anyway. So cooling systems it is, folks, and we're going to use the alternate cooling device. I think this is the better recipe, so I don't have to deal with water. So I'm going to get a basic motor production up and running again. I've got 2 different stator recipes, and I've got rotors that use copper instead of screws, which would probably be better. Alright. Alright. I'm, sorry, I'm trying to think here. Turbo motors. How many turbo motors does a manufacturer make? Let's just put one down. It's always easier for me than constantly going through the codex to just pump into here. 1.875. Okay. Yeah, I think regular motors is still the recipe to go. Steel rotors and stators. So down we go. We're going to get motor production. Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna get motor production going, but man, I have got chests full of motors right now that I could bring over to get this started. So I'm gonna actually slap down this turbo motor manufacturer, and then we will start building the stuff afterwards, but I want to just get them building. So I got plenty of motors to do that. I got plenty of motors to do this. So all I need is the heat sinks. Let's start with the blenders. I know I'm bouncing around a lot here, folks. I apologize. We're going to get the cooling systems going with the blenders. And then we're going to work towards the other motors here. I think what I want to do And I didn't set up any blueprints for blenders yet, did I? Doesn't look like it. Blenders are one of those oddball things that use a lot of different resources. I'm going to start my blender off on the same edge over here. And I'm going to start it off there. I should have enough room in this channel to run all the belts and stuff that I need. And over here, we're going to select alternate cooling system. I'm going to set up entirely janky industrial storage for motors right over here for now. Yeah, I'm going to just slap it down right in the middle. That's going to be motors, and then I'll have to bring heat sinks over. So let's set up a line right over here for heat sinks. And then I can pipe those across this ceiling. Shouldn't be too hard. I am bringing copper sheets in right here for the AI limiters. So this will be a perfect one to set up right next to it. Blueprints. I have an assembler 4X right in out. That's gonna go some more like this. I'm centering my outputs. Lining that up against the other one. Looks good. And this is... which one? Motors? No, heat sinks. We're doing heat sinks. Man, I can't seem to focus today. Okay, heat sinks is aluminum, and the copper sheets. So let's just go down here and see if I can put a splitter up for the copper sheets. Put this in the same spot as the other one. Go. That's copper sheets right there. So if I put that there. And we should be able to split it. Ah, that was a merger. Now we should be able to split it over. Let's hook this up to some power. Copper sheets. I need aluminum now. Let's see if I can find the aluminum. I thought I had some over here somewhere. No. Alright, down we go. I think aluminum's one level below, right? Should be... Ah! Got too much stuff on my ceilings. We need aluminum sheets. Let's check what we got over here. Should put some big signs up on top of this stuff so I can better identify where I'm going. Alright, oh, I'm only making these right now? I gotta be making the aluminum sheets somewhere. But how did I miss out on the core production? I guess I've got some over at the other base that we're still relying on. All right, well, in that case, we're going to need to set up a line for that. I'm going to do it right in front of this line. No, aluminum sheets are requiring copper ingots. So I've got to be making them somewhere that I can bring my copper into. Up the floor we go. Doing all of our multi-part assembly up here. I'm not sure what this one is that's all shut down. I'm going to take a quick gander before I commit to where we're placing things. This is the heat sinks I'm trying to make. AI limiters, cased industrial beams, reinforced iron plates, and modular frames. Alright, so right over on the other side, I'm going to do aluminum sheets rather than run the aluminum all the way down. I'll run the copper back up, I think. Because after we get things up and running, I'm going to need more copper over here to do copper powder for nuclear, I think. So there's some of this nuclear pasta stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll start my factory over here. Assembler, I only have right in outs. That's okay. I can do it right side. We'll do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's slap it down here. Get lined up. Get lined up. Alright, and we will be making aluminum sheets over here. We're gonna run our power over. And then I need to get my aluminum ingots from right here. That's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that Bionic, that's the best way to do Satisfactory in my opinion. Like back when I used to just play games and not try to stream, I would also play a lot of games while watching streams. It's a great way to, I don't even want to say learn, because if you're learning from me, it's I learn more from you guys in the chat than I think anybody's learning from me. But it's just a great way to chill. It's a very easygoing game, and you don't have to put a lot of energy into what you're doing most of the time, once you've got a plan at least. Alright, I'm bringing this up. Oh, that's the wrong way. And we're gonna go... Oh, I'm doing it wrong again. Okay. I'm gonna bring this straight over like this for purposes of getting my aluminum brought into these machines. Now I just need some copper from the other side of the factory here. Should be easy enough to grab. I think this is my copper line. This is my concrete line. This is the copper line over here. Yes. Yes. Or in, copper out. So I need to run this. I'm trying to think of the best way to do it. I'm probably going to need some of these. Oops. Actually, before I do that, let's just get it up to the ceiling. So out and in. 1, 2 down. And then I'm going to run conveyor ceiling mounts. This is the right spot. Let's just double check. Oh, it's way too low. Should be there. Okay, everything's straight, everything's straight. Perfect. Alright, so now I'm gonna run these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I can go 7 with these. Let's run one and find out. Yeah, 7 it is. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the way to the other side of the factory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You'd think after a few of these I could remember where I'm lining it up. Or that I need to build 2 of them. My goodness. Luckily, we don't have that big of a factory. At least by Satisfactory standards. This is only going to take a minute. I count because if I just do it ad hoc, I inevitably mess up. And I get a support that's too far, and then I waste a whole bunch of time going back and forth on stuff, and I hate when I'm wasting time on stuff that it should be easy. Nope. What did I do? Oh my goodness. We are almost there. This is the last long run, I think. Yeah, see, like this. I miscounted. How did I miscount? Make sure it's centered on the line. And I need to bring this up where? On the other side over there. Okay, let's go put the drop in so that I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, but as long as I'm running it all the way over here, I might as well have one that's lined up. I could do this anywhere. I'm going to do it back here, though. Just run it over. Lined up. I think that's off by a half of square. I put it on wrong again. I did. Alright. Try this one more time. It's definitely off by a half square though. Pretend that I didn't notice. And our aluminum's coming from over there. So what I'll do is put this facing to the back because it's going to come around from here. Alright. I'm just going to center this on this line. it's long enough. It's not long enough. All right. This is the messing around part that I just said I hate. Just get 2 more. Run right about here. And we should have everything we need now to get these assemblers running. Nope, let me make this the right height. I use this for a reason. Go. This way I can run other belts and stuff up between the ceiling and that when I need to. Now I've got sheets coming out at 120 a minute. Slap down our quick little blueprint here for that. And we needed these sheets to run into, was it this blender? No, we got to make the heat sinks first. Got the sheets. It's got to be these assemblers over here. I can't remember. My next after hours project is signs everywhere. I'm just going to fly around and put giant signs on top of each line. Yeah, the sheets need to come all the way over here. All right. Well, that's gonna be a load of fun. I bring this up here. Just off center though. It's not lined up. How do I fix that? I don't want to have to put down a ceiling mount at like a half center location. I don't think it's lined up. I mean, I guess I could just... Well, I could do 2 things. I guess one thing I could do is, instead of facing it that way, I can bring this up, face it this way, and then merge into it, or split into it. So if I ran a splitter, and I was bringing my materials in this way, well, that's still going to put me off by half. Hang on. Gotta be smart about this thing, and or I'm just getting worked up about it for nothing. Okay, that is completely a half a set off center still. Alright, I've decided it doesn't matter, folks. We're wasting too much time trying to line things up. I'm going to just drop this down by 2, and then we're going to just run it down the middle line here, and I'll have that belt curve a little bit to make its first connection. How about that? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go. Almost there. messed up there. I'm not sure I did this right. Always add one if I'm too far. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to curve over. Pick up my aluminum is over here, right? That's this. This one? Yeah, these are my aluminum sheets. Okay, so actually no, I'm gonna run the way I'm going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can come all the way to here. That's perfect. And then we bring our aluminum sheets up. So. And, oh, that's just a little bit too far forward. If I drop this down, I think I'll have an easier time. Like that. Bring it back. I like putting the supports down in one pass and then bringing the belt back in another pass. This feels a lot more efficient than how we ran everything last time. Oh, we missed a support though. I hate having to switch back and forth in between. Oops. We're doing it again. I hate having to switch back and forth in between two different recipes, but well, now that we're messing everything up, and apparently I forgot to put 2 down for half of it, my excitement over my productivity is completely gone now. There. Perceived productivity. Do I have aluminum sheets running in now? I do. And this is now producing heat sinks. Woohoo! Let me get my storage down here. We're going to run out of Mercer spheres again eventually here. This will let me start backlogging heat sinks. That was one of the things that we needed for this recipe. I suppose I can bring those back on this top line. And then what else do I need over here? The motors, and I've got nitrogen gas. This was for motors and nitrogen gas. Okay, so I'm going to bring the motors back and run this manually to burn up some of these motors we got in storage. And I just need nitrogen gas piped in now. I suppose I could put a T right in front of where I need it, or we could just steal a line like this, which I think is what we're gonna do. Alright, let's bring these heat sinks in all the way over here real quick. Should have just done it. I knew I needed them over here. I just wanted to make sure that this was actually our correct blenders that we'd set up for this. So I need to get over there onto those belts. What's going to be the best way to do that without clipping into everything? I'm going to run this up on this side. I'm going to go up to the top, and then we're going to come down 1, 2. Is that right? Yeah, that looks right. And then we're going to run Just make sure this is lined up with the middle. Yep. We're going to run this right over... I'm not going to get into that side. I'm going to set this up right on this side then. And then let me bring it over here. Let's see if I can make that work. There's the first one. And if I bring this in like that at an angle, now I've got supports all the way down and don't have to rebuild them. I like it. Johnny H, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm over here muttering to myself, trying to find the best way to get these more advanced manufacturing lines set up. This is a little different. Making me use my brain too much, unfortunately. Let's see. I'm going to bring this line up here. 1, 2. Bring it down. And then, can I... What's going to be the best way to handle this? I'm going to bring that line down here a little bit farther before we try to make our way into this. And I'm going to put a splitter on here. This is just not exactly what I want to do, though. Can I... the splitter up here? Bring it down? Then I can have this at more of a normal height. Actually, you know what? We're not going to run multiples of these right now. I'm just gonna janky belt it in here. I wasted too much time trying to figure out a good way to do this, and I just don't know of a good way to do it. So here we go. Heat sinks. I need 10 per minute. How many are we making? So I don't see a lot of them coming down the belt here. Probably because I don't see a lot of these aluminum sheets going down the belt. Let me see if this is working. We're held up by our lack of aluminum ingots. Oh, because we built a whole bunch of them here already. Okay. Why do we have a lack of aluminum ingots, one might ask? Because we're out of ingots. These lines are fairly full. What am I building back here? This seems to be using quite a bit. Okay. That'll back up eventually. This has backed up. I just need more aluminum scrap. We're bringing in a lot. 60 per minute. 1, 2, so that's 120, 240, 480. That's like 600 right there. Okay. Yeah, I've got more smelters than I have line capacity right now, so we're just using this many aluminum ingots. Okay, aluminum's going to be a bottleneck for us. Well, that's good to know. Well, let me just double check this. This is actually working. We're just waiting on heat sinks, which is waiting on aluminum. Let me go up and we're going to build the stuff so I can get a Mark III miner up and running here for that. Mark III miner. What do I need? 3 portable miners. Portable miners? No problem. Alrighty. I'm excited. We might actually do some more upgrades, so I'm going to let this keep going for a minute. That'll get me at least 2, plus the miners themselves already have some portable miners in them that I'll recover. Johnny H, this game is going to be on consoles. They've announced that they're bringing it to console. I don't believe it is right now, though. Oof, the radiation. I'm glad I built some more filters. Alright, over here I think is where we're mining the bauxite. And we're super overclocked for 300 a minute. I think going to Mark III will double my throughput. Let's see. 600 per minute. It does indeed. Alright, so if I'm going to do 600 a minute of bauxite, that'll be a full belt. And these have shut down because I'm not getting the bauxite. I just said 600 a minute, so 2, 4, I need one more of these set up. You have a PC, but your grandson would love this game, and he has a PlayStation. Yeah, this game is quite fun for as a multiplayer. I can't even talk today. It's quite fun as a multiplayer game as well. So you can have multiple people running around in the same world doing the building, and I think actually, if anything, it makes it potentially more fun. So if you're ever looking for a game to play with your kids or grandkids, this one it'd be a good contender. Alright, there's the bauxite coming in, and then I need to put this on a power pole. It's also one of those games that looks really intimidating when you first get into it, but you really build up, and there's a certain amount of repetition that goes on in it, and you're just adding on more and more to your factories over time. So it's not actually that overwhelming as it might seem coming into it from the outside. We are using sloppy aluminum. And then I need another one of these refineries. And we're going to completely simplify this. That. We can get a splitter like this and run that. Oops. I ran it the wrong way. Splitter. Coal. Alright, now I've got coal running into here, and this is, which aluminum scrap? The base aluminum scrap recipe. Which is going to take coal, and we're going to output water. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to worry about water in a minute here, aren't I? Okay. Got that. Let me see about putting down a conveyor pipeline holder. That will let me run a pipe from here to here and put down. See if I can get this to line up. Water flowing out of this, so this is providing 120 cubic meters of water. We're using 200. So now I'm using 600 water, but I'm providing 1, 2, 360. 360 plus 120 is 480. And I need to get to 600. I'm doing the math right. I can just overclock this. 240 plus 160 think we're gonna have enough water. Hang on. You watch a friend of yours who's a content creator play this game multiplayer in his live streams, but I'm much better. My factory's better organized. Yeah, I have played this game a few times over the years. 246. Okay, I definitely need 600. 120, 240, 360. So I need 600, 360, 240. I need 240 water plus 360 is going to be 600. We got it. We can do math. Doing math is hard sometimes, especially on stream. I've got the aluminum solution here. I've got the aluminum solution here. Oh. You know what? You don't keep making stuff if you don't bring it out of here. Yeah, exactly. I understand for sure. My factories started off quite messy. In fact, the first half of my playthrough on here, looking back at it now, was pretty cringy. I probably could have saved myself 20 hours of messing around if I just started building on my factory in a place that I could expand better. I'm waiting for this to get cranking here. I want to make sure that I'm not backing up on water anywhere. I'm not missing anything. Everything seems to be pretty good. Water's getting completely used up there. Yeah, I think we're going to be good now. Okay, so I doubled my aluminum scrap coming into the base, which is great. And that means, hopefully, we're no longer starved for the aluminum ingots that we need for things. Still only got one heatsink here. Have I made any of these cooling systems? I haven't. Something's wrong. What is wrong? I'm not getting aluminum down the line, is my guess. And that's probably because it doesn't send any aluminum up when there's somewhere to send it down. I don't think these are load balanced. I might need to set up a load balancer on this just so that I'm not getting starved out. I think what's happening is this factory is going to keep going until we backlog, and it's eating all of my aluminum that's available right now. Obviously, we can just make more aluminum, right? That would be the preferred answer to this problem. But unfortunately, there's only so much bauxite that we've gathered so far. So we are going to, I'm going to take this line down and this line. I'm going to put in a splitter. Going to bring this line back down now. Yeah, nothing's gonna line up then. Oh, it's gonna irk me a little bit. Put that there, and then this here. It should merge. Or, I'm sorry, split evenly now between those two. And I should get enough aluminum to start crafting the whatchamajiggers that I need up on the other floor. The cooling units. So let's go check and see if we've got cooling units going now. And we should be good to go. Cooling units are supposed to come down. Or not cooling units, I'm sorry, heat sinks. Yeah, that should be the heat sinks. I see aluminum sheets coming down this line here at least. Maybe I just forgot to hook this line up to anything. That would be embarrassing. Okay. Or, no, we're still uploading heat sinks to our inventory. That would be what's slowing us down. What can I do to speed this up? I guess I could just seed this whole thing with aluminum. Like so. Let's just take the shortcut. If my system normally works, it just takes a while to backlog the appropriate materials in the dimensional depot here. And so while it's sitting there waiting, yeah, see, we send one, every other one gets sent over. Follow this back, make sure we're actually producing now. Saw one go down. I just want to make sure I haven't messed something up and we don't have the materials going where they should be going. I think we're good now, though. And this is for my aluminum sheets, which is what's actually backlogged over there. And I've got plenty of ingots coming in here. What did I'm confused now. I gotta check one thing. What did I think was backing up that wasn't getting the ingots before? What is that? Yeah, we had plenty of ingots before. I did this whole thing for no good reason, apparently. There's a bug sometimes where conveyor belts don't show anything on them, even though they have something on them. And I think I might have been a victim of that here. So I'm going to put that back right into the machine. I'm going to rehook this up. Let our little backlog go up here. And yeah, we've got plenty of aluminum coming into this. I'm just going to need, at some point, more sheets getting created, because I'm only creating them at 120 a minute, using 120 a minute aluminum. But I'm now bringing in a lot more aluminum scrap than I had been previously. Okay, I think I'm good. I think we're gonna let this run. I'm gonna go pick up the motors now because we've got this all set up. Clean out a few of the miscellaneous things in my inventory. Is this the aluminum sheets? It is. Let me just drop those. Got a stack of these aluminum bars to drop off. And golden. The motors, here we come. So I can upgrade my Caterium node when we're back there too, because I'm really light on Caterium, unfortunately. When the train just showed up, I can take the train home. Kind of curious if there's a way to see how much stuff is coming in on the train without going to the station itself, but it doesn't look like it, so I don't want to miss the train, so we're gonna stay here. It looks like my iron and copper aren't getting fully emptied out because I still have boxes on the train, which is probably a good thing, but you can see my Caterium crate that's right behind the cab of this unit locomotive is missing, which means it completely emptied out of the train. Yeah, Johnny, this game, we've got trains, we've got different kinds of trucks that you can set up a little AI course, kind of like auto drive or course play in Farming Simulator, where you record a path and then the truck will run on a loop, which is pretty cool. And then we've also got drones, which I've got flying back and forth between my bases. I just saw one fly by a minute ago. I don't know where he went. All right, here we go. Miner needs an upgrade. So, production. Miner Mark III. I'm burning through all my looted turbo motors to do these upgrades. But I think it's worth it for these certain materials. And all the way up to 600 a minute. Doubling our Caterium production. Right, modest increase in our power consumption. What's our power at? We are golden for power still. So let me find my motors. Is that this one? Yeah, look at all those motors. And we're still making more because we've got so many materials in the backlog here. Alright, what else do I have here besides the motors that we could bring back? Probably gonna not do the quick wire just yet. We need to get manufacturers for all the computer-based components going. I got the AI limiters going. I need to set up computers and stuff because I think we're not producing computers at the moment. You know, everything's just so backed up right now here. What is this one for? This was for probably the cable. I'm going to go ahead and yank that out because we're running short on Mercer spheres. And if I'm being honest, I probably don't need the one for computers either. Yeah, we'll take that home. Let's put this stuff in here. What else do I need as long as I'm here real quick? Oh, there's my car. I was looking for you. Lots of AI limiters. Which slugs? Blue slugs? Let me pull out my slugs and just make some more. We're starting to finally use some of these power shards. Not that we're anywhere near running out, but I've got my duplicator in here, so we might as well. And this was our aluminum truck depot. This tractor is, oops, full up on aluminum. Oh yeah, look at all that aluminum. This stuff is all basic. Bring back at least some of that. Actually, let's tear this down. We will drive up there with it. I think all of these buildings can be pulled down. Do I have the inventory room? Probably not. I can see I'm already dropping boxes. That's all the aluminum, isn't it? Let's drop the sheets. See how much of this I can pick up. Take all the aluminum. Yeah, we'll be back in a bit. We've got boxes all over the world. What's a few more? I don't even have the inventory space to think about that. We'll bring back a whole chest of aluminum with us, though. That'll be good to get these new recipes seeded because we're a little light in the factory, and then I suppose I can stop messing around with this too much. I need to bring coal into the factory. I was going to start trucking it in from the power station, but that would be a pretty long train run to build. I think what I'm going to do instead is, well, I was going to say I was going to belt it in from where we're doing the aluminum, but now that I think about it, I'm actually using that coal at the aluminum for the processing of that bauxite. So maybe we won't be able to do that. How is this doing now, though? Deuterium just finished emptying. Here we're running at 495 items a minute. 230 items a minute. We're not using that much copper yet. Okay. Well, I have motors, so let's find the right floor here. And go drop those motors in. I can drop my aluminum in while I'm down here on this end. And then bring the rest of that from the truck over here. I could have drove the truck across the bottom floor of the factory, I suppose. The little things I don't think about. As this started to stack up, oh yeah, our heat sinks are actually moving now. There's a whole bunch of motors, though, to start this off. We will need to manufacture them here eventually, but who wants to sit and work on doing the upgrades for something that we've already built in the past? I'd rather work on the new things and then come back and fill in those blanks when I have time. The aluminum ingots down here. Alright, let's go grab that last stack of aluminum just to get it moving. And then we'll work on the next piece of our manufacturing puzzle here. It's funny as our factory is not that big, but it's big enough that feels like all we do is run back and forth some days. Alright, oh, wrong side. There we go. Tear that down. Zip on over here. I think my aluminum's right there. Sometimes I grab the wrong floor. We've got so many different resources and factory lines now that it's hard to keep track of it all. And there we go. That should keep things cooking for a little while now. Alright, with cooling systems getting made, I need to create the output for cooling systems. We will put that right here. And over there. Left your towel outside to dry and it started to rain. Oh, I hate that when you're trying to be conscientious, let things dry off outside, not make a mess in the house, and then you just end up having to do more work anyway. Where is... Okay, I need 200 of those for the research. That's crazy. And then I need those to make the turbo motors too, don't I? So, I have the cooling products. How do I make turbo motors? Which turbo motor recipe do I have? We only have the base. I'm making the cooling. Oh, I need to do radio unit control units too, and motors. Radio control units are pretty easy if I use the alternate recipes. I don't know which one of those is better. That's a lot of aluminum casing, and aluminum seems to be my downfall at the moment. I'm gonna take a quick look. I've got my factory planner here. What am I looking for on here? The radio units. If I scroll around in here, maybe I'll make this big for a second. My old man eyes. I've got crystal oscillators. I'm using the radio control system one. This is having me use my aluminum casing. It must just be more efficient. But to do that, I'm going to need circuit boards, which I don't have being made up here yet. So let's go get a circuit board. Caterium circuit boards, it looks like, is the recommendation. Open codecs, circuit boards. 4.5 per minute. Yeah, this is going to be the fastest one, so I won't have to have as many production lines. So then I need Caterium circuit boards. Well, that would be this level. And that's going to be the quick wire and plastic. It's getting dark in this factory. I played around with putting lights in here off camera, and they take so much power. It was absurd. Alright, these seem nice and backed up on stuff now, so I'm starting to feel a little bit better, and I've got enough heat sinks in the depot that now they're all going to building new things. We are doing assemblers right in out. What am I doing? Oh, I'm way off. That is supposed to line up here. And let's back it up. Like so. I think that's lined up. It's always hard to tell. Power over, and I said we were making Caterium circuit boards. So we'll get 4 of those going. I'm going to need to store these. We use a lot of circuit boards for stuff. I can set up 2 more productions after this one with the Mercer screws I have. I just need to get plastic and quick wire in here. Get rid of this random plastic in my inventory. Do I have plastic on this floor yet? No. Alright. That is crystal. Those are the aluminum things. This is me bringing aluminum ingots in. Okay. Well, what do you know? We're going to need plastic and quick wire over here. This one doesn't really matter where I bring it up if I'm just going to pipe it around the corner anyway. Wire is being made on the first floor all the way over on the other end. Oh, perfect. I've got one right here. So let me figure out how I can bring that over here. I'll be able to put a splitter in. Oops. That is lined up on that line. Okay. Let's just put that right there. Okay. already have a belt drop down onto a second level right here. As much as I hate doing this, I think we might just clip it. This factory is getting unwieldy rather quickly. Okay, this is going to be quick wire, so now I'm going to destroy this. Hook these two together, and then I'm going to put a splitter in between them. Where's this thing at? Like that. Okay. Now I've got quick wire going both ways. All I need is plastic. I saw some plastic around here somewhere, I thought. Yep, we got plastic right over here. Nope, those are screws. Where did I see plastic? I got plastic coming in on the other end via drone. Am I not using the plastic for anything here yet? Right side is plastic. No, I'm only using the rubber. Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm trying to set this up right here to use plastic. Why don't we do this a slightly different way then? I will have the top line be my plastic. And then I can run that right out of here. Right over to here, no problem. My first consumption of plastic in this factory, surprisingly. And then I can just do this. So there. I like it. Alright. Everything is hooked up and seems to be running well. We are making circuit boards on all of these. Got plenty of materials in here too. We were making circuit boards so that we could make the radio control units. And we're going to use this recipe here. So let me get a manufacturer set up on the top floor so that I can start moving this stuff into it. And if I'm not mistaken, this is our oscillators? It is. Okay. There's no way that I need 2 manufacturers for this, though. But that's the recipe. Let me just line this up like I've done the other ones. Okay, it goes right in the middle there. And I think I need to go one to the side. Yeah, that's all lined up. Radio control units using this recipe. I love that little train honk every once in a while. Okay. I'm gonna take a line from here and run it over for our crystal oscillators. Since we've got them up here anyway, no reason not to. Then let me grab power connection. I need circuit boards, aluminum casing, rubber. Well, we're making circuit boards right down here. We just started that production, so I can bring that up and over. So that helps if you got a cool line. Yeah, that one's always got just the slightest bend to it. What I did, I set that one up oddly. Oh, that's the one that's connected directly to it, that's why. Alright. We have a whole bunch of oscillators. Oh, that's painful to see that many oscillators get used. But let me go now. Let's see, we need circuit boards, aluminum casing, rubber. Circuit boards first. Circuit boards are going to come from the other side over here. Oh, of course, this is running right on top of where we need that to go. Can I move this line over any? I could, so let me, I'm gonna take this down for a second, and then this down for a second. This over a little ways here. We're going to bring it in behind this line. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So this one is going to start coming in here instead. Let me make sure these are both going to the same machine. Yeah. This is going to come in the other one. We're just going to flip them. Over here. Bring this to here. And bring that in. I'm going to have to go clean that all up upstairs in a second, I'm sure. Now that I've got that out of the way, I have room here to put down my conveyor lifts. This one's going to point over here because we're going to bring up these new boards. Honk. And, oh, it's not quite going to reach. That's okay. Circuit boards, like so. Me with 20 belts for manufacturers. I'm trying to keep it looking sort of nice. Mostly because the way I look at it is once I get these set up, I should never have to touch them again. Aluminum casing and rubber. Alright, rubber is over there, actually. But I'm bringing it down and across the back line here. I've actually got rubber right here. Okay, so let me put those in. And then I can put a splitter in here. See if I can figure out where this lines up. Pretty sure that's lined up. So there's the rubber. What else do we need? The aluminum casings. which are being made downstairs, but I thought I was bringing them over for something. What am I using aluminum casing for? Let's go back to the other end and find out. We're using them for something. So I should already have them on this floor. Do. Oh, this is my aluminum sheets that I'm thinking of, but still. Thought I had aluminum casing here somewhere. That is this factory right over here. Okay, aluminum casing is getting brought up already here. Right here for the whatchamacallits. Fused modular frames. Can I just bring a belt of them over then? Let me think about this. This is a splitter. What if I grabbed a belt and rotated it, and we put it right under here like this? I'm trying to think how far those drop. Is it going to be the two up or, you know, like that? I might have to click to pull it off. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah. Perfect. Alright, we'll do it this way. So I need them all the way down to the other end. I don't know how many of these I want to stack down, but it is a clean way to move stuff across the ceiling here, and these assemblers aren't that tall. Okay, where's my stuff that I'm actually trying to hook up to? I thought it was on this level somewhere. Is it way down over here? Is it right here? There it is. Okay, I gotta get all the way over here with it. That's not a problem. I'm gonna run it to here first. And then I can have it come up to the ceiling, I guess. I don't know how well this is gonna work, but we're gonna find out. I'm gonna bring it right over here to the ceiling. This is turning into a bit of spaghetti. If we go that mode. Yes, I like it. I like it enough at least. Then we bring this right in here. We'll bring that all the way down. Yeah, at least it's looking like a factory instead of a huge mess of spaghetti everywhere. I'm feeling pretty good about spending a little bit of extra time running stuff the right way, because as we expand and get, you know, higher powered belts and stuff, I'll be able to just upgrade stuff really easy when it's in these nice straight lines and whatnot. Because I think that we got one more tier of belts coming at Mark 6. But we're a ways away from that. We're going to be using these for quite some time. Okay. That is flowing. Let's go upstairs and check if we're making stuff. These are, yep, getting all the materials necessary. These machines are the ones that I'm worried about. I'm using my limiters and my quartz at different rates. Let's So I might run into some problems waiting for quartz because I'm out of the other stuff. That's okay. I think we're going to be okay. We're like 2 limiters away over here from getting the new materials. I've got limiters going in. I've got the rubbers fine. It's the quartz that I'm waiting to come in. Yeah, we'll have to check on them again in a minute. And crystal oscillators are making radio control units now. So I did one thing wrong here, and that is this belt is too close to the other factory line. We're going to put down the blueprint right now so that I know exactly where this needs to be. They go here. Run from here to there. And then I will run this out and along the belt line here. Perfect. Alright, problem solved. And we're full up on crystal oscillators here. My circuits are looking good. It's all looking good. It's all looking good. Okay. Just double checking. Everything's lined up. Radio control units are being uploaded. I've got a ways to go. That's one more thing down the list here. Let's look next. Cooling systems. I'm making these downstairs now, right? So we're to turbo motors, which is the cooling systems that we're making downstairs. How many of these am I going to need a minute? 7.5. 3.75. I just need motors. I've got a few things that need motors. That's going to be enough to do the manufacturers. Let's go check this blender, make sure that that's been working as expected. And we'll get over here to putting a motor factory in somewhere. That's just going to be rotors and stators too. And that's my biggest beef with motors, is that I have to put in a ton of other infrastructure to get it running. Yeah, these are 5 a minute, but we're all backed up. We're making them. No problems. Still tons of motors left. And they're pretty much just getting uploaded as soon as they come in. Cooling systems. Oh, I've got 133 already. We'll definitely have enough to do this unlock by the time I get my turbo motors running. So let's come down here and we'll start by putting motors in. And then that'll lead to, well, stators and rotors. How many motors a minute do I need? Let me see if I can find my window. I've lost my window here. Turbo motors. So if I'm making one manufacturer worth of turbo motors, actually, my keyboard isn't working for some reason. I want to do 1.875 times 2, 3.75, because I always make 2 manufacturers worth of material. I would need 3 blenders of cooling devices, so we're gonna fall behind on that. I've got 2 of the radio control systems already being built, so I don't have to worry about that. I would need 5 motor assemblies, which we're doing, and then that would be 9 each of stators and rotors. So I'd do a line of 10, so we do them 5 at a time. All right, so 10 rotors, 10 stators, 5 motors. Let's get it done. I'm hoping I've got enough room here for 3 more production lines. We do them 4 at a time, actually, not 5 at a time for the assemblers. It's the constructors that we do it the other way. Okay. Worth considering. Right in, out. Lock it in. And move it over. That should be right. So that would be either motors, rotors, or stators. And we need to do the same thing again. And then I need to do the same thing one last time. Oh, tell me there's room. There's no room. So that's like the hard edge of the factory there. I am going to cheat. And we're going to run the last one a little bit closer without the extra space that I normally have. I'll line it up so it's right on the line. How's that? It's a good compromise. And the recipe that I'm going to use, let's get the rotors and stators moving first. So steel rotor is the recipe of choice, which is steel pipe and wire. Oh, and I said I'm going to need at least 9 of these. So let me go ahead and just get that going before we forget. Assembler, right in, right out. So that's 8. If I need 9 for this, I'll probably need more later. So we'll set up 12. Whether or not we use all 12, we'll wait and see. Come on. Then I'll always forget the power connectors, so let's do that this time. And then over here, so if that's, oops, that's rotors, then I need stators. And I'm going to use the normal stator recipe for this one. Is what my thing says. Do I have quick-wire stator recipe in my calculator? Let me just double check that. Recipes. Quick. Yeah, I do. Okay, it thinks the base one is better. I haven't run the math on that, so I think I'm just going to trust them. And I'm going to put my recipes in here. Let me slap down 2 more of these like we did on the other side while I'm thinking about it. Right in, out. Back 2, over 1. And is that lined up? Yeah, that's lined up. Oh. Hook that up. This is a lot of manufacturing here, folks. I do not have the raw materials for this. I am almost positive that we're gonna need to be bringing in more materials to keep up with all of these new assemblers we're putting in right now. All right, there's that. These are going to be motors, and we're going to use the normal motor recipe 'cause it's the only one I got. 3 and 4. Okay. And I need recipes for these other ones, I think is the problem, so get those in so the lights turn yellow at least until we get materials piped in. Oh, no, I'm doing it wrong. These are a different recipe. My bad. Gotta make sure I update all of these now or we're gonna have a giant mess in the factory. All right, rotors, oops, and stators. All right. So with rotors and stators set up, I need to just figure out my inputs. So steel pipe and wire. My steel pipe should be right over here. Just don't let the health and safety officers in. Yeah, there might be a few violations, like the lack of handrails anywhere in this facility. Cased. That's right. We have a much simpler steel pipe recipe that runs down here now. I forgot about that. Where are my steel pipes being made? Is that right here? Yeah. Okay, where are these going? Those are going the other way and this way. So I need them to get all the way to the other end of this factory. So let me go ahead and bring them right down the middle here. Oh, that's going to drive me nuts. It shouldn't, but it is. Okay. We are going to clip through that, unfortunately. Guess I can actually just get rid of it. And keep going here. Oh, email I've been waiting for just came through, finally. In hindsight, I should probably put my inputs down through the floor so I know exactly where we're trying to go. Steel pipes over there. Steel pipes over here. Oh, I need steel pipe for both of these. Okay. Well, let's get that piped first. I'm going to bring that in these easy ones. And I'm bringing it along the back side over here. So what I can do is set up this, turn that the same way, and then I'm going to put a splitter in. Bring that in from here, and then I can pipe the pipe right on into that. We're going to accept a little bit of clipping. I can always rework it later. And now I got pipes going to both of those. Oh, missed the opening. Okay, rotors, I need wire. And wait, stators? Rotors. Are these like the same recipe? Oh, that's actually really convenient. Lots of wire, though. Which I know I'm not making enough of yet. Because what is this? Is my wire factory? 30 per minute? 60. Yeah, I'm gonna need more of this. That's okay. Let's bring the holes in down here. Just trying to think about the best place to do this. I'm gonna be able to bring it in really close though, like right here. Okay, let's just set the holes back a little ways and we'll be good to go. So, lined up right here. Is that not lined up? No. Oh, it's one of those awkward half-step off deals. Okay, well, if I'm going to be a half-step off either way, I'm going to line it up on the middle so that it's easy to sort out later. And that line. Oh, we didn't listen to ourselves and back these off far enough. We're gonna have some massive clipping if we stay with that because I need to put the same splitter setup down there. So I'm gonna just grab these and I'm gonna bring them off a full width here. There it is. Same thing here. All right. And let's get going with setting up splitters. So I'm gonna have these come out the same way as before. Oh, that's I didn't think about that. Let me think about that for a minute while I figure out where my wire is gonna come up. Bring the wire up right here. I can drop it down to have it come over and into that hole. So I just need this hole to move over a few. We'll do it that way. We've got jankiness up here anyway. It doesn't really matter where that hole goes, so can move it to there. Just as easy. And honestly, I could probably just split it up here if I really wanted to, but I'm trying to keep most of the bizarre connections under the floor here. All right, splitter. I think it's gonna come in from, oh, let me actually do it the other way. Let's have it come in from the right. And let's pay attention to what we're doing. We said we were going to have it hang down. Come in from the right. Bring that in. Bring that in. Copper wire flowing freely. We are getting there, folks. We're getting there. We're almost at stators and motors done. Do I have the Mercer spheres for this? I don't. I have one Mercer sphere left. I want to just bring these two in right over here, though. So I'm going to use the one sphere I've got to set this up, and then we're going to go to the base and tear some stuff down. There it is. There it is. And this one right out the side, I can conveniently bring right into here. Already got the stators running in, perfect. And then we need Mercer spheres. I'm not hard drive hunting right now. We're gonna go and just tear down some setups at the base. We can bring back some motors and spheres and stuff. We got all kinds of junk over there to tear down. Where's our car? I think I left it at the base, actually. The one time I need to use it again here today. Well, there goes our drone. Just flew by. I love how it dips down into the trees. Like we've got a crazy thrill-seeking pilot here. Likes to fly as close to the ground as possible. Yeah, there's our car. Well, at least we can drive the car back up. Why is the train stopped there? Oh, because it's pulling in to get the Caterium. Okay, whew. I was really worried for a second. Okay, this is our motor production. We can gank this. We've got a new motor production. What else did I come here for? Mercer spheres and something else. We can take this one. I just don't have the inventory room for a lot of this stuff. I want to slowly tear down our manufacturing. Okay, I never need to make heavy modular frames here again. We have manufacturing for that. So that's a good time to tear this stuff down. We're actually done making motors. We used up the bulk of the materials we had. Just killed a power line across me from somewhere to somewhere. So I'm going to hook that back up on the off chance that it needs to do something. This was rotors. Okay. Starting to feel full. What was this? Encased industrial beams. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, well, let's at least take the output out. Lots of concrete here. We could set this up and load up the concrete or the limestone here too for more concrete back at the base as we run low. Automated wiring all over the place. Stators. Yeah, all this can go. Okay, stators are gone. The stators were making automated wiring. Okay. Well, I don't have the inventory to keep picking up these factories full of stuff, so we're gonna pause for a minute on that. I'm gonna try and take that, take all. Take all. Just gonna grab all of these garbage items. Cleaning up the base. It's the more of this little stuff that we tear down, the more that when we come back here, you can tell what's left that we need to deal with. So I'm kind of enjoying that part of it. I can actually put some of this stuff into the storage too. Where'd the power shards go? I took 100 out earlier to do some upgrades. All right, one more little part of the factory all cleaned up. Let's get back here and finish hooking up our motor production. Why do I not see like the space elevator goals and stuff anymore? I must have hit a key to turn those off. How do I see objectives? Options, key bindings. Oh, I'm an idiot. You don't see it when you're in a vehicle. All right. Sometimes that happens, folks. Oh, and we don't have any audio because I was in desktop mode at one point. There we go. My YouTube is telling me that it doesn't have any audio bitrate coming from my stream, which is very strange. I would think that somebody would mention if we didn't have audio. Let me double check though. That I get that coming on both sides. Hello, hello. Yep, it seems to be working. All right, YouTube's just lying to me. Not the first time. We were doing motors and rotors. So that's the stators. So let me get the rotors piped out. Blueprints. Satisfactory makes a smoke alarm, dead battery sound, and it's driving you crazy. It does. Yesterday's stream, I spent a long time trying to figure out if it was in the factory or if it was me hearing one somewhere else in the house. And I spent a little bit of time after the stream going around and making sure that all the smoke detectors were still working right. Okay, I'm gonna pipe this up. 1, 2. Trying to get this at the right height. That height. So that goes there. And that goes there. And there's a whole bunch of rotors. And now we're making motors. Here. One more output. We are making motors again. Yay! This is stators, so let me dump all those out. This is then going to be rotors, and let me come back here and dump the motors. Alright, we've got all those going. This is circuit boards. We've got the heatsink things. AI limiters. We can dump those in. Encased industrial beams. Now we're getting the inventory cleaned out. Do I have any more of these? I do. And that's actually full up. We have this restaurant like Chipotle, but they do spaghetti, and your girlfriend brought you lunch from there. I never knew I wanted an artichoke on your spaghetti. I don't think I've seen artichoke on spaghetti around here. I need more space. I'm full. I hate throwing out resources, but I think we're gonna start dumping things in my inventory so that I have enough room to build. That's ore coming in that I'm buffering for some unknown reason. There we go. We can dump all that stuff out. Okay. So with motors in production, let's come up here. Not this. Aluminum casings is our downfall. I think we're ready for the turbo motors. I have all of these things being made. So let's make some room. Find a new home for that. And I'm going to need to get rid of this, I guess. Doesn't seem to be taking down any parts of the factory. Blueprints. Manufacture times 2. And centered it up, bring it back. Just like so. Turbo motor. Turbo motor. Power. Where's my power lines? Actually hook it up to that one. Oh, no. Ah, I hate when I do that. Alright, let's try that again. This one to this one. Now we've got turbo motors. I need radio control units, which I think I'm making here. Nope, that's crystal oscillators. I must be making them right here. Yep. So that's going to need to come over. What else needs to come over? The rubber, the cooling systems. All right, let's go underneath and see about bringing some of this stuff up. How did I do this on the other side? I step them back onto the line. Oh, this thing is not... Is this thing not lined up the same? Is. What am I doing wrong? Oh, it's because I don't usually put a thing in front of it. Okay. Seems so close. Is that how I do it? Apparently? Okay, we'll stop second guessing. Running lines. I have never progressed this far in Satisfactory before, so I am actually quite excited to be making as much progress as we are. But that also means that we're in completely new ground, and sometimes it takes me a bit to figure out what the heck I'm doing. I'm gonna run this up and over. Oh, no, wait. Don't do it. We almost made a mistake. we have to get our output in here first, otherwise I put things in the way and I end up having to rebuild parts of my factory, and that drives me nuts more than anything else. Okay. Although in hindsight, I guess I can run a belt right over this without struggle. There. Run this up to the top of that. This over to the top of this. No chance that I need these over here for any reason whatsoever. Up there. These should be my radio control units. All right, we're good. Happy. Rubber motor cooling system. Well, I know I've got rubber running down the line here. Of course, this one line is right where I'm hooking up the next set of things. I'll fix that in a minute. Rubber. Motors are going to come from the other side. Rubber can come from any of the three spots. And then cooling systems. Where am I making the cooling systems? I think that's the thing in the blender, right? Blender, yep. Which one is it, though? We gotta go look now. We need signs, folks. We need signs. That's fused modular frames. This is cooling systems. Okay. So I could bring them down this line here. Go see where we need to bring them up. Oh, over there. Well, I could cut over and drop yet another line and bring them down this same line that I'm bringing my aluminum in. Let's do that. So I just place this way. I could switch things out. I could have this be the one that I need and bring the aluminum down on the line below. Let's do that. Boom. One of these handy dandy supports down here so that I can sure that looks good. Oh, now I'm making a mess. I wanted to stop the aluminum before we did this. Hindsight. Okay. Grab one of these, bring it down 2. So my aluminum's gonna come on the bottom line now. We don't really build anything here because of the stuff sticking through the floor anyway, so this is the best place to bring all these belts back all at once. really hard to see down here at night. Looking for these little tiny conveyor supports to latch onto. My flashlight points kind of down-ish. It's not very helpful. Alright, now for some very obnoxious clipping. Can always rework all that. That one's already a known problem line though. And then here, I'm going to bring it up to the ceiling, count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I think that's enough. That should come right in there. Looks great. This is... Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 don't do that. That's cooling systems. What did I do? Up to the ceiling. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Make sure this is what I want. Yep, that's my aluminum. I'm gonna have so many wrong things in places now that I'm gonna have to clean up. This is the cooling systems that I'm trying to bring back. So let's bring this up to the ceiling. 1, 2. Okay. So let's go clean up the other end here. We got stuff everywhere on these belt lines now. The top aluminum belt is the one that I'm getting rid of. All right. Just gonna eat these up until we see something else coming down the line. I don't have that many on the belt, I don't think. Although I've already picked up 80-something of these. There we go. Okay. So that's a cooling system. It's been, we've been goofing off so much I don't even remember what I'm trying to bring up here. Cooling systems, motors, and rubber. All right. So, I'm going to bring this down 2 instead. And then I'll bring the cooling systems right in here. And that's good to go. Now I need rubber, which can come from anywhere, and motors, which are going to come from the other side. Where did the cooling system go? To the other end. All right. Might as well just clean out the inventory a little bit. Rubber and motors. Rubber and motors. Still? Yeah, we're still cranking through this. This is motors. These I'm gonna take down and bring over this way. And then this is gonna be rubber. Should be right there. Splitter. Get onto the other side of it so I can line it up properly. Perfect. Just need the motors now. There should be this box right here. gonna bring them out the side. This into the back. And bring that right in like so. Okay. Let's see how we did. Oops. Everything but cooling systems is stacking up in here. 2 of these for turbo motors, I would need a total of 15 cooling systems a minute in order to support this, which we clearly don't have going right now. So let's go check on that, because I'm not sure. I would have expected a few more cooling systems coming through by now, but that's also, I was stacking them up in the dimensional depot here is probably part of the problem. I'm gonna need motors brought back there for production as well. Alright, let me bring some motors up to the ceiling. We're gonna bring another line of motors back. But what I'm gonna do is we're gonna bring them back this way. What's the ultimate goal of this game? So the goal is to build this space elevator. And I don't know, like, there's a little bit of story happening. It's pretty story light. I mean, the goal is just to continue to progress through the research trees. And we're in tier 8 of our research right now. And there are 9 tiers that we can go through. So we're most of the way done with the game, although these later tiers are a bit painful if you don't set up enough automation. And we're building this space elevator, and the story so far is that we're trying to save humanity. I'm not sure I'm convinced. We've got this little AI companion, Ada, that helps move things along for us, kind of mocks us most of the time. And I think she's just trying to take over the world. But who knows? We'll find out, I suppose, at some point here. So that's kind of, I guess, the story in a super high level is you show up crash landed here and you're part of this fix-it organization and you're trying to get all the materials and stuff together to fix Earth. I'm building 15 a minute. I'm definitely going to need another one of these. Yeah, I guess I'll say it's not the kind of game you really play for the story. I'm gonna take this down for a second. And I'm gonna put one of these in. And I'm gonna put a splitter in. Oh, we did that backwards. Splitter. Why am I not bringing it up to the top? Because that belt is a problem. That's okay. Figure this out yet. 5 split that way. This one can come down. That's fine. Just trying to get my splitter set up in a way that I can actually get it connected. This is not as clean as I usually like to do these, but I think we've got it set up right. Bring some power in right here. Both of these going. And now I need some nitrogen gas. I'm gonna do gas like this. I was gonna pipe it off of there, but I think I'm gonna pipe it in from an end instead. So let me just move this over. I want this to all line up correctly. That to there, this to here. And then right up here, oh, out of the ceiling. This is gonna come, oh, I didn't need to do that. That can come there, but then I'm gonna pipe it over to here. Look nice and neat. That way when we eventually clean up the spaghetti up on the ceiling, we don't have to look at all this. Motors. I'm bringing a motor in here right now, but what I should do is set up one of these. And we're going to end up clipping these motors too. There's just not a lot of great ways to do this because I put these too close to each other. That's my bad. Better planning was necessary, and we have failed ourselves on the planning aspects of this. Bring these motors in for a second, see if I can get rid of a few of them. Alright, now I'm making 10 cooling systems a minute. I think we needed more than that, but I'm gonna be happy with it one line here. And I'm bringing motors in right here for our eventual use. So what I really wanted to do instead of this is take this off and bring this up to the top of the ceiling. Let's just bring this right on over here. And I can hook the motors up directly. All right. One more thing taken care of from an automation perspective. Oh, so many motors. I can go dump these in our official motor assembly line now, though. And we'll go from there. We're getting close, folks. I think I've almost got turbo motors running, maybe not efficiently, but automatically, which I will take over trying to do anything manually. Especially in the end game here. Okay, that's a whole bunch of motors to keep us happy. And now we can look at the turbo motors. I need 15 cooling systems a minute to keep this running. So that's going to be one more blender. Have I made any turbo motors? Hard to tell. We got 18. Did these things sort themselves out? This is short on aluminum casing. Good to know. This is short on quartz crystal because of our little backup from before. Get that moving forward now. This is, oops, stop. These are not my AI limiters, so I'll keep those in the inventory. Okay. I'm not too worried about the radio control units. That's not my bottleneck right now. It's the cooling systems. So let's go put in our third cooling system line. Now that we've got this kind of sort of figured out, it should go faster than the second one did here. And we should have all we need to get those turbo motors cranking. I think if we can unlock the last milestone here for tier 8, I'll feel pretty good about today. Part of me wants to just say the heck with the power and overclock these so I don't have to set up another one. But we'll do it. I definitely need to come up with a better system for running pipes in and out of blenders. It was so much easier for our turbo fuel. I feel like because we weren't using a lot of the inputs for that. Splitter. Running this over to there, so I've got that material. And it looks like I'm doing all my splitting on the top for the heat sinks, I think those are. Which is kind of an odd way to do it, but you know what? Past me thought this would work out, so current me is going to keep rolling with it. And then I need to bring in my nitrogen gas. And I need to set this to alternate cooling device. Okay. Now we've got 3 per minute. Oh, this is what's going on, folks. Even if you make 15 per minute, if you don't bring them in to your storage container, they'll never get to the rest of the factory. I do this more often than I'd care to admit. This is why we blueprint things. It's so much easier to remember when all I'm doing is hitting the connectors at the end. Alright, that should see at least a handful shoot out now. That one's running at maximum efficiency. This one's running at maximum efficiency. And this one's all maxed out too. Alright. We're looking good. We might have to look at expanding our nitrogen at some point, but it doesn't seem like I'm running short on it anywhere right now. How many of these fused? Oh, look at all those. Yeah, we got lots of fused in modular frames now. Alright, the factory comes together. We'll go take one more look now, see if our turbo motors are cranking like I hope they are. I see these 2 yellow lights, so I can only assume that's our crystal oscillators. And they are waiting on aluminum casings. Yeah, I need to expand that at some point, but here we go. Oh, look at that. Cooling systems are stacked up. And we're good to go. Let's see. Turbo motors. How many turbo motors do I have? 20, so we've made 2 since we went down there. At 1.875, that's what, 3... I don't even know. 0.875 times 2, 3.75. I need 30. We got 8 minutes for all of the turbo motors we need for the last of our Tier 8 research to be done. I'm excited. So with that, what I can't remember is if I upgraded our aluminum to a Mark III. I think I did, but we haven't been back there since we set up our aluminum. So I'm gonna go check on that. Before we go check on that though, we're gonna stop back in the hub here. I'm gonna dump as many of these resources as I have into the current milestone. That way we're not waiting for things to upload my inventory later on. We need fused modular frames. I need 100 of them, so let's get 2 stacks out for that. I need cooling systems. I need 200 of these, so 100, 200. And then I'm going to need 50 turbo motors, which I'm going to keep the ones I have on me so I can upgrade some miners. And then I need a whole bunch of quick wire, which I should have just enough. Okay, perfect. I don't need any of those. Where did that quick wire go? I thought I just had a little bit extra in my inventory. Oh no, I'm actually 500 short on the quick wire. Quick wire. Alright, well we'll wait and while the turbo motors are building. Yeah, we're already up to 28. That's going to be awesome. And I'm just going to take this opportunity to double check that our aluminum scrap line is running at its maximum capabilities. It looks like it's running good. That's a solid belt full of stuff. But I do see some yellow flicker on at least one of these refineries, and I just want to make sure I'm not backed up here. It looks like I'm full on water. I've got too much water in the system, which is slowing me down on some of these. That one specifically. Let's come over here. This one is full on water. Yeah, we set idle because we don't have anywhere for the aluminum solution to go. And that's because this thing is full on water. And I can flush this. Making too much water. Can I flush the full pipe network of water? And then see how it performs. Alright. I don't seem to be building up water here. Seems good. Yep. Alright. I think that was the problem. I think we just had... Oh no, this is building faster than we're using. That is interesting. I wonder why that is. I mean, I could always run at a slight deficit for water if I needed to. But 240 plus the 360 should be a perfect 600. But yeah, these things just don't seem to use their materials fast enough. 240, 240. Sorry folks, I'm just trying to figure out why this backs up like it does. I think I'm going to simplify these pipes while I'm here. I don't think this little bit of up and down is causing any problems, but fluids in this game are a little bit odd. Oh, wait. What is that? I don't want that there either. Fluids are a little bit odd in this game sometimes. Alright. I mean, none of these are stopping anymore. This one's idle while it waits for the aluminum solution, though, to get out. That, I just don't understand. I'm using 240. This goes non-stop. It's never stopping. This does... Oh, now it's not stopping. Yeah, now it's stopped. Alright, I'm not going to worry about it. We've got a full belt here. Everything looks good. We will 243. Oh, is that the problem? That's the problem. My belt. Yeah, I'm outputting 360 scrap on each of these. I can't do math. I can't support that much on a Mark V. I've only got 780. So... I am coming up way short. Well, the good news is I can support more aluminum back at the base. Bad news is I have to rework this a little bit in order to do that. So let's do this. This is why we look at things when the lights aren't green. I'm going to have this one circle out here for a moment. Get rid of this belt, and we're going to have that one circle over here. Conveyor pole right on the edge. Alright. I think I've got this sorted. Bringing it all the way back. We'll have plenty of aluminum for a bit here. This should increase our aluminum capacity by, I think, almost 120 scrap or something like that. I always hate when you're working on something that's long distance and you accidentally hit the wrong mouse button. Just makes the recipe go away entirely. Yeah, I suppose this is the problem with processing something like this on site over there rather than bringing it over to the base and doing it here, is just running out of belt capacity to bring that over a longer distance. Now I'm gonna have to figure out how to merge this into an existing system in a way that we actually can turn this into something. Because this is to... let me see, how much of this am I using per smelter? 60. So that's... how many did I have? I don't remember what it's making. Aluminum scrap. Quick to expand, we're making 360 a minute. So I'm bringing 720 in, so 60, 120, 240, 360, 480, 600, 720, and then here is where we need to bring more aluminum scrap in. So I'm going to take this splitter out and rotate it. I think I could do that without taking it down. That's not a splitter. That's why I can't find the right entrance. Why is this not lining up? There we go. Okay. Now, this line is gonna not run into that. This line is going to run over here. To figure this all out in my head. And then I'm going to run this conveyor belt down. And that can run into this side. At least it could if I made the conveyor belt go the right way. Conveyor belt, no worky. This belt is probably on the wrong way. And nope, it's this thing up here. It's always something. Okay. Now we're bringing materials in and down and down here. All right, so that should run into there. Oh, perfect. Now, problem is I don't think I'm running the excess the right way. I'm going to have to go back and make sure these belts are hooked up the right way, but this is 60, 120, 240. And that is exactly how much I can support off of one belt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, I'm processing more aluminum now. I'm not sure I'm processing the right aluminum, so I have to head back up here one more time and go check that the belts are the way they should be. The belt on the left is the one that should be feeding more. No. No, I don't want to get rocketed back to the base. I'm trying to go this way. A problem with flying on top of the belts here. Okay, so yeah, I did hook these up inverted. So that's 360 and 720. Can I... Easily I can fix this. So I'm going to take these out. I'm going to push most of it down this way. And what I'm going to do, this is how we're going to solve this problem. I'm going to put in a smart splitter that has the overflow go down the right line. Overflow. Alright, so these belts can support 720. I'm not going to do that here, though. I know how we do this better. And these are mergers. What I need to do is move the smart splitter back here to each of these lines if I'm going to do it this way. Here. Here. And I'm going to put a merger in here. Alright, there we go. Now, this is overflow. This is a really janky way to do this because I don't feel like doing math today. But if it backs up for any reason, all the overflow is going to come down this other line. I don't understand why nothing's coming out of here when it's clearly backed up. Is this not actually connected to that? Probably the problem. Let's see if this works better. No, it does. Smart splitter. This is the same thing. All the overflow goes over to the side. All right. Everything's moving. My big belt is on the left. My smaller belt is on the right. We're going to just double check capacities on this thing. In theory, this thing is making 360 and 720. I think I've got room now to add just a few more of the smelters. I guess they're... Are they smelters? I don't remember. Anyway, we can make a few more aluminum ingots. I'll fly over here on the side. I think I actually lose power for the briefest moment there. I'd hate to plummet to my death after all this. Alright, we got it. And by got it, we are bringing in one full belt, and then everything else is going off to the side. So I just kind of changed this up. So that's 780. It's 120, 240, 360, 480, 600, 720, and then I need one more here on that main belt. Okay. splitter. Half step. Splitter. Half step. This belt goes here. And this goes there. Okay. Crank it. So I know I've got a full belt. Minus the 780, so I've got 300 to process on this side afterwards, or I should. So that's 60, 120, 180. I need another 120, so I need 2 more of these set up. Do I have, what's my smallest smelter blueprint? I got a 4 lefting out. But that's one too many, right? 60, 120, 240, 300. Why can I not do math today? 20, 180, 240, 300. Now, I could always leave room for expansion. We haven't been super picky about it, but right now I think I want to set this up with the right amount because I think I'm going to redo this whole setup at some point. It's a little bit odd. And I'm not super happy with how I've set it up so far. This is definitely an old blueprint because all the belts are super slow. Alright, aluminum's running. My power's all hooked up. These guys should be getting aluminum scrap eventually now because we've got a full belt and a partial once they build up. Feeling pretty good about this. And more aluminum in means we might actually catch up at some point. This factory needs more though. We're barely keeping up. I do not have enough aluminum, that's the problem. That factory is not really taking aluminum. Where's my other aluminum going? Oh, the sheets. We had to build a whole bunch of aluminum sheets. Did I hook up all of these? They're going to the right. Nothing's accumulating. Alright, I think this is as good as it's going to get with the bauxite that I have right now. Let's go upstairs and see if we've got enough to finish off Tier 8. I need turbo motors. Turbo motors. Oh yeah, look at all those turbo motors. And I need quick wire, which I've also got. Quick wire, turbo motors, boom.
Milestone reached. Project part number 9, nuclear pasta, can be created in the particle accelerator. The accelerator has vast and fluctuating power demands, depending on the recipe, so will need careful integration with your factory. Fix-It does not waste, so nuclear waste can be refined by the particle accelerator into plutonium for reuse in the nuclear power plant. Fun fact: Fix-It psychologists suggest factory designs reflect the minds of their creators in unexpected ways. On an unrelated note, your infrastructural choices have been interesting.
I'll take that. They have been kind of interesting. All right, folks. Well, that is the last Tier 8 research unlocked. So now I think there's nothing left holding us up from getting the Phase 4 manufacturing started. Let's go over here and see if I can find a good spot to put in a manufacturer for one of these things. Now, for these Phase 4 components, because we already did the manufacturing of the prior level space elevator components, we've got just chests and chests of them. I'm not going to be setting up the manufacturing for those things. I'm only going to set up the manufacturing necessary for subcomponents that are used in other things. So let me take a look here. We're going to slap down a building real quick. I don't even know what these recipes look like. Some of them aren't even in the space elevator category, which means I could use them for something else. Oh, or maybe they're not that complicated. Hang on. Let me put an assembler down. Is it possible that I only need an assembler? I do only need an assembler for this. Oh, well, that's almost too easy for 2 of these items. The assembly director. Oh, we need supercomputers. But I only need 500 supercomputers. Do I have the adaptive control units, though? I feel like that's the one I stopped building. I don't even remember. What do adaptive control units look like? That's a manufacturing recipe. Ah, yes, we are not currently manufacturing those at the other base. So this one, I will need to manufacture. We've got tons of the wiring, though. We just need to hook this up to our heavy modular frames, our computers, and is that circuit boards? Circuit boards. Am I making circuit boards yet? I don't think I am. No siree Bob. Got a bazillion of everything else, but no circuit boards yet. So let's do this. We need circuit boards. Circuit boards aren't made here. I'm going to need computers. Computers and circuit boards. Circuit boards are going to get made downstairs. Do I have any room left? We're kind of getting full up here. I'm going to have to start a cycle somewhere else. Motors. Oh, wait. I am making circuit boards. Oh, would you look at that? Okay. That's one more thing down. So it sounds like I need a setup for computers. Not hard at all. Manufacturer. Get you lined up. Oh no, my stupid assembler is going to be in the way. Okay. Let's try that again. Manufacturer. Center up. Making. Oh, wait. Which kind of computers do I want to make? Probably Caterium computers? It's been a while. Let me go see if I want to make supercomputers. Yeah, definitely the Caterium computers. Here and here. Circuit boards, quick wire, rubber. This is almost too easy. Circuit boards, quick wire, rubber. Well, I know I've got rubber running along the entire length of this factory already. So I'll be able to drop that in there. The circuit boards were being made right here. So I can put those in on the right. And then quick wire is being made on a different floor, I think. But I'm using quick wire here, so I could bring some of that up. I could split that and bring it up. Let's go down and see where my quick wire's at. I can split it and bring it up wherever I want from below. Okay. Here we go. Need one there. I do it like this. Using 3 materials. Okay. I have some mildly obnoxious clipping down below here, but we'll deal with it. I need the rubber, which is over there. Of course it is. That'll be super obnoxious to pipe in. Where's this plastic going? Feel like I can move the plastic to make room for what we're trying to do here. These motors are mildly in my way. I'm going to put the circuit boards pointing that way. Quick wire pointing back. And the rubber pointing forward. I'm going to do a splitter. Rubber. It's ugly. We're going to deal with it. And this is circuit boards. I need motors to move. And we're going there. Yeah, the factory is full right now, at least how I wanted to run things down the line and leave expansion the other way. Mostly it's that I've organized this whole ceiling thing is so spaghetti. I'm not happy with how I'm having to run things around up here for getting all these materials where I want them to be, but it's working for the time being. So we're gonna just keep running with it and put up with a little bit of clipping on belts on the ceiling here to get things up and running. Okay. Oh, no power. I feel like I should have built a factory like twice as big as this and then left, huge spaces in between each of these to run materials down for other parts of the factory. Now I need quick wire. What am I piping in here? I thought I just hooked up a third thing. Did I not? this one was supposed to be on the back. Oh no, that's the one I wanted. I did that right. We're gonna bring the quick wire in from the back all the way down here. But quick wire's actually down below us here somewhere. Yeah, right there. So I need to figure out where I'm bringing in quick wire from the basement. And that's probably going to be bringing it over here. This is one offset like this, I think. Not line up. Stop. Where am I supposed to be? Oh, that it's one offset from the center. It always confuses me when I have these floors that are laid out slightly different than each other. Okay. Our mess of spaghetti is starting to come together. To be over here, so if I put a splitter on here, so, then I can have this split and come over here. Yep, we've got it. 1, 2. That way. Bring it that way. All right, it's working. It makes sense in my head. I've seen cleaner factories, but we've got it. Quick wire coming in, computers being crafted. Let's put down, do I have enough? I'm short on Mercer spheres again. Man. What are those things called? Made on an assembler. Not those. Oh, this is why I hate trying to find something in the list when I don't remember exactly what the name of it is. I just know what the picture looks like. That's right, we're trying to get to supercomputers. Although I have a ton of supercomputers. Maybe I just set up a chest and crank through these at some point. Manufacturer, let me look at the adaptive control units again. Yeah, this is the one that's complicated, so I need one more manufacturing line for those now that I've got computers. And I'm going to have to get some more Mercer spheres if I want to continue setting up all of these setups the way we're doing it. I am not looking forward to the particle accelerator. Seems like it's going to be crazy complicated. Uh-oh, what's happening? Oh no, there's not enough room to set up another one of these with our drone port where it's at. Well, my intention was always to have another line of these manufacturers start about halfway through the factory. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see roughly where these would go. That would come to the end of that tile. We're going to leave 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles. I'll put them right over here. And I'm going to see how this lines up. That lines up perfectly with the center. We're going to start our next run of manufacturers about here, I think. Now, I don't like having these poles run through the middle of stuff, so I'm just going to disconnect the line. Hook that up here, and then we'll hook that up behind me. Okay. Good to go. And these are the adaptive control units that I need. Yep. And then I'll need circuit boards, heavy modular frames. So let me see. First things first, we're going to set up an industrial strength storage container over here, lined up with this one. This is going to be for the units that we're not building. So this is going to be for automated wiring when we bring that over. And then we can run the other 3 components up from the floor, like we've been doing. And it helps when you put them at the right height. My goodness, my depth perception not doing so hot today either. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Circuit boards, heavy modular frames. Computers. Well, I have circuit boards already over on this side of the factory. We're using so many circuit boards now. That is this line right here. So what I can do is that's the exact same setup over there that we have here, is I can take this out and we're gonna do a splitter. Then I'm gonna take them from here into there, and then come all the way down here. Put a conveyor thing in facing the same way as that other one, and then I'll put a splitter in here, and I should be able to just run it down there. For some reason this doesn't seem like it's actually going to line up, probably because I'm not hooked up to the same one on the top, but I will deal with that by just cutting over. Okay, that's one. Now I need to find my heavy modular, is it heavy modular frames or just modular frames? Oh my goodness. Can't remember anything today. I just got to do resources one at a time. But we got circuit boards done. It's heavy modular frames next. Okay, heavy modular frames are going to come up the middle. Now, heavy modular frames are being built over here, I think. I'll go find out. Right here. We're only doing one. This is the one I did before we had a blueprint. I am bringing them down already for something else. Oh, and they even run down the length of the factory here. That's super convenient. So let me come over here then and figure out where we're bringing them. Oh, you know what? If we're doing that, then maybe I'll move this one over. 4. Splitter. Does this line up better? It does line up. Okay. And then I can bring this down. Stop. Bring this down this way. And I need to bring my heavy modular frames over. Pay attention to where we're at, right here on this middle line. So I might as well just bring some of these ceiling mounts over while I'm just flying anyway. I'm not even bothering to count these. A splitter. Make sure that the stuff's actually coming down the line before we get too committed. And we're gonna do an ugly clip to get across. Alright, that's 2 out of 3. And then I just need computers, which I don't even know where I'm going to bring those in yet. I should drop that rubber line down so it's out of my way at some point. Yeah, no, this is computers. I need whatever's back here. Just computers into this, though, I think. Yep. Well, let me figure out how I'm going to bring a computer line over when I don't have any more Mercer spheres to set up my output. Right. Alright, let's go see if I can grab something from the other base again here. Train. I'm trying to think if I've got anything else somewhere on the map. Actually, over by the coal, I'm still trying to upload parts from that setup, and we've automated everything from over there, I think, at this point. So let's go over there and steal all that stuff. It's been a bit since we were at our old steel factory. These truck stations can come down now. Something behind me trying to eat me. Oh, it's nice out. 14. It's not too bad. It's been colder in the evenings here. I think it's supposed to get down to, doing the math in my head, 2 Celsius this week in the evenings here. I'll leave this up on the cliff. Yeah, we've got these right here that can come down. Don't need those anymore. And what is this processing? That actually I'm going to leave there, but this, we're processing all of this back at the base now. So I don't need that anymore. Well, there's 3 more Mercer spheres right there. Can't complain. And just taking a quick look up here. All of this needs to get torn down at some point. Right now, this truck is just driving back and forth and sinking all of these items because we're not doing anything with them. I'm just going to let it go, though. Oh, nice, Mississauga. I used to work up near Mississauga for a while. I was a CTO at a small company based in Mississauga that I don't even know how to describe what they did, but I was going up and back and forth from Detroit for a number of months. Almost 2 years, actually, now that I think about it. It was a lot longer than I ever give it credit for. Don't fall off the cliff. Alright, I have what I was looking for, which was Mercer spheres, so I could finish setting everything up the right way without having to come back and redo it later for our computers. And if I can get those computers going into the adaptive control unit, I think that's the only previous tier spaceship part that we still need to make. Is there any other uploaders on this level that I need to grab? What was this uploading? Don't know. It's gone now. Took down computer uploading already. Yeah, we're good on cleaning out this part of the base. We live near Square One. Okay, yeah, I mean, I've been up there. We used to, man, I'm trying to remember. I used to work, it was across the road from kind of a, not a shopping mall, it was a movie theater, but then there was a shopping complex there with different stores and stuff. Right down on Pure Ontario was the name of the road, I think, that it was off of. Yeah, I was up there every other week for 2 years, and I pretty much just went from my little Marriott hotel, or like a Courtyard by Marriott, to work and back. I didn't really do much adventuring in the Mississauga area. Nope, not there. Up here, we're trying to finish off our computers with one of these. And that's lined up, and it needs to come up to the edge. Boom. We are now in the computer age. So with computers there, I need to figure out how to run them down and around. I'm going to put the computer line right on this side. A computer, of course, they're right in the way with these circuit boards. That's okay. I need to get them all the way down here. Stupid motors. I'm gonna move the motors over just a little bit. And then I'm going to pull them down this way a ways. And like that. There. Now I'm not trying to move around the motors. Then computers are going to drop down to a second level. come over here and find the random spot that I'm bringing computers down. Drop it to, turn it that way. And that's right on the line. Put in some supports. Put it over here so I don't lose it in the ceiling again. Not bother counting, hoping it'll make it that far. And nope. Go this way. Too far still. I'm gonna put it right here. And there we go. All right. Computers run. Now I have adaptive control units, which is quite exciting. Now, adaptive control units is a space elevator part. I will never need a space elevator part in my inventory here. Why do I not have heavy modular frames? Because I moved which one had the circuits in it at some point, didn't I? I did. Let's pick up some circuits and see if this problem solves itself. It does. And the same on this side. It does. Okay. Folks, I just need to bring over our insane amount of automated wiring. And that's going to have me do one of these, because I'm pretty sure I have a double stack of them. And man, this is going to be good. I need to sort out the inventory though. This stuff can go. I'm making tons of it now. That stuff can go. I'm hesitant to dump the electronic stuff though. That stuff is much harder to make. Maybe what I'll do is just put down a quick storage right here. And put all the little things that I might want later on over here. Lots of supercomputers. We're definitely going to want those. I can get by with one stack of fuel. Good to go. Let's do it. Let's get our little car. Maybe I'll even bring a truck. I should have this stuff to build a truck. Back this guy up out of the way. And a truck. Is a truck going to be too tall to fit through this door? Oh, it is. That's okay. We'll build it outside. There we go. Look at this thing. It's monstrous. I love it. Bringing back as many of the spaceship parts as I can fit in here. This is, I need the automated wiring. That's what we're looking for. Not the fastest vehicle in the world, but the capacity. Do not fall off. That's not the kind of adventure we need today. Turn it around, get it all situated, so I have to monkey with it on the drive back. And up, up, up we go. That's smart plating, that's versatile. There we are. As much automated wiring as one can hold. Drop that in and do it again. All right. Apparently I'm still crafting some down here somewhere. Transport Fever's a game I've never played. That's good. I'm just checking down here because it feels like I have a bunch of these coming in from somewhere. And might as well just get them rocketed into the storage for easy pickup. I'm really not sure I need it to be creating any more of these, but I'm just going to let it go. Those were the modular engines I was making. This was feeding into the adaptive thing at one point, but we don't need that anymore. There we go. Perfect. We're all good to go. Let's run this back up to the base and see how this works out for us. I don't think I'm ever going to need these versatile, or not versatile frameworks, the automated wiring for anything other than this next tier of space elevator stuff. But now I'm curious. So let me just look real quick. Automated wiring. And this is used in just the adaptive control unit. Yep. So I can let all of this go into the reduction of the adaptive control unit without fear that we're going to need some more of it for something else. Yeah, I generally love these like logistics and automation type games. They're kind of my jam on this channel especially. I do also like to get into some survival stuff though from time to time. Forgot that we have a full inventory. It's so much easier being able to hover around the facility even if it's not the fastest thing in the world. There's that automated wiring. Actually, I'll come down here and sink some more. We'll just go get another batch. I guess I should have stayed and seen if the constructor was going to get started or not, but... or the manufacturer. That's alright. Oops. Well, that's an easy way to get to the ground, I guess. And now we're empty there. Got 2 of these going. And I said I don't need to sink them into the depot, but I probably do need to put them in a storage box. Let me see. Organization. Industrial storage? I don't think I need that many of these, to be honest. I'm gonna put them in a regular storage box. And we've made 2. Woohoo! 1 per minute. We're rocking and rolling now. Your friend's streaming it this evening. More than welcome to join us. I might, no, I'm not going to be home this evening, but I will have to check it out. I'm just double checking here. Everything's all capped out. These are going to be 1 per minute. This is going to take forever. Okay. That was 1 step on the way towards the next thing, though. Production assembler. We were making assembly director systems. And that means that I still need to get a supercomputer setup going, but I have a ton of supercomputers at the other base still that I could use if I wanted to do a quick and dirty to get this started. I think we might do that. I think we're gonna be bad because it's just space elevator parts. And I'm gonna pipe these into there. I'm gonna hook this up to the power. And I'm gonna put down, nope, I don't need industrial storage, a regular storage on the other side here. I'll rotate it this way, I guess. And this is gonna be supercomputers. Where did all my supercomputers go? I think I put them over here. I do have a Discord if you... I have a Discord for my farm sim channel. I don't have a Discord set up at the moment for this channel. I'm actually thinking about reorganizing my Discord server for the farming channel and having it be more generic and just have people flip back and forth between the two of them. If you look at my Keterk Farms YouTube channel, any of the videos I make has a link to my Discord server in the description of the video. Alright, I'm using these at 1.5 per minute. I don't even need a storage for this. I'm just going to pipe them straight in there. Okay. Now, this I'll put a storage out in front of. Just in case I forget about it while it's running, and we'll get plenty for the space station in no time at all. Let me look at the next spaceship part as well, now that I've got one going, technically. And that's magnetic field generators. I have, again, tons of these versatile frameworks. What do I need for electromagnetic control rods? Either high-speed connectors or AI limiters. Well, I'm already building AI limiters, and I'm already building stators, so we could start manufacturing those pretty easily here. What are we short on? Oh, it's only a 3-component build. Never mind. So stators were down here, which I seem to actually be running a little low on. And that is because we are low on what? Steel pipes. Okay. Let's go deal with one problem at a time. Let's go get distracted by the next problem that we've uncovered. And set up a little bit more of the steel pipes. That's screws. This is steel pipes. Need right in, right out. Constructor, right in, out. That goes to there. This connects to there. This connects to there. And we go down the line. All right. Looking good. Now I just need to make sure that I've got plenty of iron ingots coming in, which we should. It's just a matter of if I start consuming too many on any one of these branches. but it looks like we're doing all right here, and these are starting to fill up slowly but surely. The problem with these manifold systems is that you always run into weirdness with your setup until they all get filled up. So sometimes I like to just grab a stack of stuff and top them off early on. Alright, this should help with the lack of steel pipe production. And the steel pipe production was a problem because why again? What is it that I'm trying to build? The next tier on this list is what I remember, these things. Electromagnetic control rods, which is requiring stators, which was running low. Okay. Got it. So, electromagnetic control rod. I'm just going to put that over on the other monitor here. Need those. How many a minute do I need? Completely picked the wrong thing. I need 1 per minute for that, which is fine. So I just need 1 assembler making these, because I think they make them at 8 a minute. And that is going to be stators and high-speed connectors. So stators are being manufactured here. High-speed connectors I'm not making yet. High-speed connectors. I can make those with silica. Speed connectors. I don't know. I'd probably easier to just make them with the cable, the circuit boards, and the quick wire. So I don't have silica right now. That's going to be a whole another manufacturing process. Oh my goodness, we just keep adding them. What is this? Turbo motors. Control. Yeah, I think that's the play. So over here, we're going to add a high-speed connector setup. This pole is definitely in a bad spot. But it was providing power to these two, which is one of the things I was kind of curious about. And we get the 2 manufacturers set up. Oh, exceeded our nudge. Alright, 3 to the right. And 2 back. This is high-speed connectors, and we're going to do it with the traditional recipe. Wire, cable, circuit boards. Bringing any of that in here? I've got circuit boards. So let's do this. all of these this way this time. Did I? Oh my gosh. Every time I thought I was doing better in getting them high enough this time. No, we're too high. Alright. Line this up. Perfect. Circuit boards, cable, quick wire. Let's go, let's go. I want to get this done before the end of the stream. So somewhere over here. Oh my goodness. Really? We did not think this through. Actually, that one would have worked for me. Trying to figure out how to connect this. Into there. And then I need to reroute these stupid things. So let me just put one of these back here. That comes into here. This is going to turn that way. It's gonna come this way a little ways. And then into. Alright, one less problem. And then this one over here is gonna come right on into one of these. This side. Gosh, the jetpack is so finicky sometimes. Okay. Circuit boards running in. Let's go see what these other two are that I need. I had circuit boards. I needed wire, or cable I should call it. Do I have any cable up here already? I'm sure I do. That's Caterium. Maybe I don't. Well, let's go downstairs and figure out where the cable goes. If anywhere. Oh, would you look at that? I think it's just going into my inventory right now. Cable. I need cable over here. Hey, Farmer Trio, how you doing, man? Okay, I need cable right here. Can we do the unspeakable? and clip this all the way through to down here. And then run it over here. And then I can run my cable up in the divider here. Okay. This is going to bring cable to the masses. How is this going to look? Needs to come up a few levels. Perfect. Connect. And over there. Alright, we're almost there. That's where I want the cable to come. Bring on. Oh no. A mess. That's okay. We will bring it up like so. Straight on in. Hope that works. We're gonna go find out. Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, no power. Gotta find a better power solution here, but it's working. And then, wow, 210 quick wire per minute in each of these. That's a lot of quick wire, friends. Quick wire is 2 floors down, but I've got to have some up here somewhere already. Because I'm using it to make circuit boards. Yeah, right here I've got quick wire. Perfect. It's going up and over, or it's coming up right here. Let's leverage this one. Can I? Let's leverage this one. Yeah. We'll piggyback off of the back of this production. Run this over here. And I better get this all hooked up. This goes to here. Okay, folks, I think I got it. Finally. We'll go check. Should have mountains of quick wire coming out up here. I see it flowing in. And we're making high-speed connectors. I am going to put down storage depot for this because we do use this one often enough. high-speed connectors are now automated. I like it. Circuit boards are all good. How many has this thing made while we're goofing off? 13. We're gonna be good to go eventually. All right. Well, that is one more necessary component done. And we were doing all of that so we can make... actually, let me just put that back down for a second. So we can make the electromagnetic connection rods. Yeah. So that means next episode, let's ramp this up here. So phase 4 manufacturing, we need 3 of the 4 components still made. I have Caterium coming in on the train now. So we're doing good there. What else do we need to get done here? We've got 3 left. That's going to be good. I need nuclear power at some point, or just nuclear something for that final phase, but I don't think we're going to get to that. I think we're going to be focused on manufacturing the next 2 components and setting up the last of our missing components, the subcomponents for these 2 things. I believe that this is going to require things that we've got. We have all of these things being made now. So this one we can set up. We can set up the other one. Yeah, I mean, that's it. We're going to get phase 4 knocked out next time outside of the nuclear pasta. So I've enjoyed hanging out with everybody today, especially the handful of you that have become somewhat regulars on our Satisfactory streams. It certainly makes the time fly by a little bit faster, and we're making great progress. I think we might actually finish out this phase and get into the last phase of the game here in the next couple of days. Definitely this week. So I'm excited by that. I've talked about it a little bit on the channel before. I am going to be checking out Factorio when that releases later in the month as well. Probably doing something similar to this and doing a lot of streaming on it, because it's another factory building game. But I haven't played that since launch, and the 2.0 update looks fascinating. But we might also try to start mixing some other appropriate games for the channel into the mix here as well at some point. But we're going to just try and finish out Satisfactory here until we get done with it. It's a big game. There's a lot to it, and I've been having a blast playing it. So thank you all for hanging out, and that's all for today. Keterk, out.